So the big question now is India favourite to win the World Cup 2023 to be played on home soil? Who better to answer that than someone who's been a World Cup winner, highest scorer in the 83 World Cup, and also chairman of selectors when India won in 2011. Krishnamachari Srikanth, always a pleasure talking to you. Chika sir, tell us, do you believe India are the favourites in 2023, or is it going to be tough this time given the kind of competition with teams like England, Australia and a few others?
Hi Rajdeep and dear viewers from India Today viewers. I'll tell you honestly, I think in my opinion, India are one of the favourites, I would say. One of the favourites. When I say one of the favourites, let's be very honest. Yes, there is an Australian team which is also a good side, and England has been very good, and I believe that Australians play well in India too. So I would say India, Australia, England. I mean, out of these three, I think one of them will probably win the cup.
So you're in a way suggesting that India's two main rivals for winning this World Cup this time are Australia and England. England in particular, not just reigning champions, but they seem to have redefined the way white ball cricket is played. They're playing it like you used to.
Now, one thing is they have started attacking the bowling right from the beginning, be it Test cricket, be it T20 cricket, or be it one-day cricket. I think that methodology has changed from the laws in 2015 World Cup, and we've seen it like in the 2019 World Cup, and you see the Test matches going on between now Australia and England, Ashes. Even there, I think it's been a close match, even though England lost. Yes, England will be one of the favourites because you have to understand one thing. I would say Australia are better favourites than England as far as India is concerned while playing India, because a lot of these Aussies play the T20, the IPLs in India, so they're used to Indian conditions. While some of the few English players play, yes, a lot of England cricketers also do play here. Yes, England or cricketers also probably getting used to Indian wickets. So that's why I say one of these three countries.
You're ruling out Pakistan. All eyes are on that big game, India versus Pakistan, to be played in Ahmedabad. Are you saying that the Pakistanis who are familiar in a way with subcontinental conditions, are you ruling them out?
See, I'm not ruling them out. I would like to see what kind of team they're going to select. That's the most important thing. I mean, Pakistan has always fought well in India. I mean, I wouldn't say no. Yes, the last time in the 2011 World Cup when they played in India, they lost to India probably in the semi-finals, if I'm right, at Mohali. So that's one thing for sure. I mean, I wouldn't rule out Pakistan, but I'm not saying Pakistan has, not because it's Pakistan, just because, yes, they are used to subcontinent conditions. But the point is, they have not played in India for a long, long time. And that's why I'm talking about Australia and England, because they are kind of playing in India quite regularly, and the players are at least playing in India regularly. That's why I believe that they have better chances.
You know, let's look at India for a moment. Let's look at India for a moment, Chika sir. Who is that? What do you think is the X factor? What is it that it will take India to win? Is there a player? Is there a formula for India to win the World Cup in India?
See, I would say that Indian conditions, as you know, the subcontinental conditions, some of the wickets will probably turn a lot. Some wickets will probably be slightly turning. Yes, the wicket will it won't be bouncy, it won't be moving as it is in Australia. You'll have bouncy conditions, whereas in England you'll have moving conditions. So you're not going to have those conditions. The conditions are going to be home conditions where the Indian conditions are used to it. And that's one of the biggest advantage for Indians. And in the 2011 World Cup, we saw a great, you saw a lot of all-rounders coming into play, semi-all-rounders, but of course we had a fantastic side, and of course very well led by Dhoni too. And that time we had Yuvraj Singh. So I believe that Jadeja will do what Yuvraj Singh did in the 2011 World Cup. So I believe that Jadeja, the Akshar Patels of the world, these people will play a very, very crucial role if India has to win this 2011 World Cup.
Would you go with the experienced batting lineup that we've had?
2023 World Cup.
Is there any new young player that you see emerging? Are you seeing the likes of Shubman Gill, who had a fantastic IPL season? Do you see India's batting really with the young talents? Would you give a break to many more young talents, not just Shubman, maybe a Yashasvi Jaiswal? Would you try out, experiment someone for the World Cup, or is it too late?
See, I'm not going to talk about the team selection or 2023 World Cup, Rajdeep, but Shubman Gill is here to stay. Let's face it. I mean, he had a fantastic, what he call one-day series, and he's been having a fantastic run from 2020 to 22 January. I mean, December. From January 2023 has been a golden year for him. Beat Test cricket, beat one-day cricket, beat 2020 cricket. Man, he's got a double 100 in one-day cricket. You have to understand that. So that guy knows what it is. He knows how to pace himself. What I like about Shubman Gill is the way he paces his innings is extraordinary. And yes, there are a lot of young, even Ishan Kishan for that matter, if at all he makes it to the team. I don't know whether he'll make it to the team. If he makes it to the team, he could be a dangerous cricketer because I believe that Ishan Kishan is going to be a good player. But definitely, yes, we don't know what's the real truth about Rishabh Pant. Because Rishabh Pant, if he was playing, I would straight away saying Indians are the real favourites. But I think obviously Rishabh Pant's fitness is obviously questionable. Nobody knows how fit will he be before the World Cup. I doubt it. A lot of people doubt whether he's going to play the 2023 World Cup. Otherwise, Rishabh Pant factor would have been very, very crucial. So I believe that guys like KL Rahul should be back, and in the middle order, KL Rahul will be very, very fantastic. You have Rohit Sharma opening with Shubman Gill. Then have Virat. King Kohli is fantastic in this format and he's been doing well. He's been in form. So I believe that India has got the what you call capabilities of winning the World Cup. What is the team combination going to be? What kind of team they're going to select? What kind of team they're going to play?
We need Bumrah back.
That is up to the management and the selectors.
We need Bumrah back. Hopefully Bumrah will be fit. He
I
needs
don't know.
to lead
Yes,
the attack.
we need Bumrah back. You said it very right. We need Bumrah back. Obviously, yes, we need Bumrah back. But we don't know whether Bumrah is going to be fit. See, these are the question marks that we'll come to know probably nearer the World Cup, say probably during the Asia Cup, which is going to happen sometime in September. By the Asia Cup, I'm sure they should have formalized the side. One
final question. This week is 40 years since you and Kapil Dev, that famous team led by Kapil Dev, won the 83 World Cup. How have you been celebrating? I believe all of you have been having parties and dinners. All the gang of 83 have got together.
Yeah, we got together sometime in Bombay day for yesterday. I think Kapil Dev and the team had a private dinner, a private party. We enjoy ourselves every 25th of June. We all meet each other and we have a great time with the families, and we had a fantastic time in Bombay. We had a great time. End of the day, 1983 World Cup, 40 years of celebrating 40 years of victory of the 1983 World Cup is always special. As Indians, I would say 1983 World Cup, what it did for Indians is it made all the Indians across the world proud. 1983, 25th June, Indians across the globe could walk on the streets and say, man, we are the World Cup champions. And that's what the 83 World Cup did for all the Indians across the globe.
You know, you're looking very fit, I must say. I don't know what you're doing, but you're looking very fit. So who knows, if India needs an opening batsman, they might just call you.
Rajdeep Sardesai, it's like asking your father from the heavens to come and play middle order in the middle order. Rajdeep Sardesai, who was a fantastic cricketer, who's got a double under 1971 tour of Australia, West Indies, when Sunil Gavaskar had the great series debut in 1971. Rajdeep Sardesai's father, Mr. Sardesai, was one of the greatest cricketers India has produced. That you're talking like, Mr. Sardesai, your dad is going to come to the heavens and play middle order for India, Rajdeep.
Well, either way, Chika, every time I see you, I'm reminded of 1983, that square drive that you hit in that final that blazed across the ground, your innings along with others that gave us so much to cheer. But let's hope that Team Rohit Sharma, presumably he will be the captain for that World Cup, will also give us ample reason to cheer. Thanks so much, Chika, for joining us. Always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Definitely, hey, dear Rohit. All I can say is, hey, dear Rohit and Team India, come on guys, you guys can do it. When you did it in 2011, why not in 2023? I'm sure our Indian team, they are capable of winning the cup. I'd like to wish the Indian team all the very best for 2023 World Cup. Rohit and team, good luck guys. Come on, Macha. Guys, do it.
Come on, Macha. Okay. Thanks very much. Kris Srikkanth joining us there as we begin the countdown to World Cup 2023. Thank you.
मैच से जुड़े आपके हर सवाल का हम देंगे जवाब। जानने के लिए हर अपडेट, लाइव एनालिसिस, स्पेशल इंटरव्यूज, डाउनलोड कीजिए स्पोर्ट्स तक ऐप।